Today, I am seeing how every First Berserker Khazan boss would do in Total Drama Island. I have the teams. We have Team Beast, which is Scalpel all the way to Hismar, and then Team Human, which is Rangus all the way to Ozma. I had to make them even, so I decided to put Scalpel on Team Beast because he has like the demon inside him, so I feel like it would make sense. The first boot, who would be the first boot? First challenge would be jumping off the cliff and then making the hot tub. Him, by far. Shaktuka. Hismar would make a tidal wave, blow everything away. But the thing is, Shaktuka would destroy the hot tub, I feel like, because he's crazy. So yeah, Shaktuka. Stay awake the longest, Rankus. Here's the thing. I feel like someone like the princess or Troka is the first one who falls asleep on their team. But Rankus thinks he's like the leader of the group and tells people, "Yeah, I'm the leader," all this shit. Ozma's not having it. Forms an alliance with Reese and Troka and convinces Bellarine and kicks him out. That's how I see it. Dodgeball tournament, Maluka. Maluka would definitely do it. He would get too cocky. One thing, he's mad that Rankus got eliminated, so he would start beef with Ozma. And I feel like the last person standing would be Ozma versus Aratra. Or not Aratra. I feel like Yatuga. And Yatuga pulls like a fucking Cody and just dominates him. Or not, was it Cody? No, Harold. Pulls a Harold and just wins it. Ozma would get flack, but with his alliance, they'd vote out Maluka. The talent show, Yatuga. Yatuga would beg to be in the talent show, and he would like do like one of his roars, and the judges just aren't impressed, and yeah, he just fails miserably, and they would kick him out. Face your biggest fear. This is where the princess is out. She gets to her biggest fear and just loses it and just doesn't do it. And it's like a stupid fear too that we wouldn't think of, like the chickens. So yeah. And the beasts would wipe it clearly. Scalpel. With like blood. Because this whole time Scalpel hasn't gotten injured at all. Boot camp. Boot camp, this is when Scalpel. He gets like injured during the boot camp, gets the blood, and then just goes berserk and destroys everything. And they don't even vote him out, they just kick him out for going berserk. That's how I see it. Deer hunting, Volbanio. Volbanio would, I feel like, be chasing one of them, does one of his jumps and gets knocked out with his own nail. That's how I see it. It wouldn't be a pretty thin, and they're just disappointed and they just came out. Eden competition. This is where Bellarine gets out. She just can't eat that much and pukes, and then she tries and cheats, gets caught, and disqualified. And then her team just votes her out. Then we make it to the merge. Blade Phantom, Aratra, Hismar, Viper, Elamane, Troka, Reese, and Ozma. With that like torture competition where you have to like endure pain in the show. This is where Aratra goes. I feel like he couldn't handle it compared to all the others, and he would get eliminated because of it. And hey, he went pretty far. Like he did pretty good in dodgeball because he has all the arms. He made a sick ass weave in the talent show. Boot camp was a piece of cake for him. So yeah, he made it far. I'm proud on him. The treasure hunt, looking for that treasure. Whoever gets it would win immunity. I feel like this is where Hismar gets knocked out because he's a big guy and they see him as a big threat, so that's when everyone just votes him off. Hide and seek. This is where Traka gets knocked out. Traka this whole time is being used by Ozma and Reese. She's in love with Ozma, okay? But Ozma eventually backstabs her and gets her eliminated and convinces Blade Phantom to do the same. Avoid being captured by the Psycho Killer. This is where Reese gets knocked out. She would be terrified and get captured like immediately. So yeah, and then people just watch her crying and shit. They're like, "Oh yeah, we can't have her," and they get her out. The bike race. This is where Blade Phantom goes. He'd make a bike, and Ozma would sabotage it, and then he cusses out Ozma. He would be great, but this is where he goes. Top 3. This is the series of dares where they spin the wheel and get dares. These two team up, and yeah, they just knock him out. That's how I see it. And then finally the race. I feel like Viper wins and Elamine loses. But Viper's such like a cool guy that he just throws a party and shit. And Elamine joins it. But then the money gets lost and we go into season 2 for like when second Berserker Khazan releases or some shit. But this is how I do it. Surprises. I'm surprised by Aratra, but I feel like Aratra could do it. I'm surprised by Reese. Reese doesn't seem like someone, but she's protected by Ozma, so she does it. Blade Phantom. He's a good leader. He leaded the beasts. Scalpel. I'm kind of surprised, but he's crazy, so that makes sense. Maluka. I'm surprised he would go out third, but me personally, if I was doing this, he would be the winner. But this is just logical facts. This is where he just ends up, and it makes sense that Shek2 is the first boot. So yeah, this is how I see Total Drama playing out with the first Berserker Khazan bosses.